Usually I have to take something to see shit like this. What the hell are you guys doing?
Preparing for the new law they're about to pass.
What law?
The one that'll abolish crime.
What law?
Yeah, will spread chaos in its wake.
What law?
It'll ethically destroy what humanity stands for.
What law?
The law to split up Pinky and the Brain.
That's not a law.
It could be.
No, it can't.
It makes so much sense.
It clearly doesn't.
It just seems like the road America's going down.
It's amazing how much it's not.
And how would you know, Mr. Expert?
Because it has nothing to do with crime. Crime is about breaking the law for your own personal gain. And this, amazingly, has nothing to do with that.
It doesn't matter. We've set up security perimeters all around the studio just in case it causes worldwide panic.
I suspect it would cause worldwide indifference.
But haven't you seen The Purge?
Purge! Fuck! That dumbass movie everybody fell for!
Hey, if that could happen, so could splitting up Pinky and the Brain.
It's not fair. Just as they're legalizing gay marriage.
The Purge wouldn't happen. It never could happen, and that's why it's so baffling and it's such a success! With its sequel having come out and having it be #1 again at the box office, well, almost #1.
Damn dirty ape!
The Purge is one of those surprise hits that literally nobody can identify with. The idea is the not-too-distant future has basically abolished crime because one night a year they make crime legal. An interesting idea for a dark satire or maybe a clever comedy. But no, the film plays it up like this could really happen, and that we shouldn't let it happen because apparently we're too stupid to realize it's a bad idea. Just look at how ridiculously serious it takes its advertising. Nothing like a version of Oh Beautiful being sung to blood gushing, innocent killing, homicidal psychotics slaughtering families. Now if a gay or ethnic person sang it, that'd be called for outrage. Hell, maybe America's more fucked up than we realized if we're dumb enough not only to take this shit seriously, but also give it a sequel. Let's see how this movie shows what the flying hell is wrong with us, even if it doesn't in a way that wasn't intended. So let's not waste any time. Will you guys knock it off? This is The Purge. We see the film opens in the year 2022. Yep, we only have 8 years until this plan is put into place. We're so close, America! It could happen any day! I think it's more likely we'll be dressing like this in a few months than having The Purge in a few years. Ah, yes. And just to give you a taste of how subtle and non-pretentious this film's gonna be, here's a bunch of intense violence set to calming music. Because it's irony! They don't fit together! But will the future know that? And just when you're wondering how an intro could be any less subtle, one hell of a puzzle piece falls into your lap. Now it makes sense. Suddenly, so many elements come together. I can just see good old Bay getting high off his ass one night saying, I want to feel deep, but I don't want to have to use my brain for it. Where's that Purge script? The film opens with a home security salesman named James, played by Ethan Hawke, driving home on the day of the Purge and noticing quite an unrealistic amount of people still in their neighborhoods.
Getting one last walk in before lockdown, huh?
Yeah.
Did you do the systems check I recommended?
Of course, no problems.
If I knew crime was gonna be legal in 24 hours, I'd probably tell my family, hey gang, how about that vacation to Canada? Just one of those friendly weekend visits to the Ned Flanders of North America. Though the more I think about it, they may not be the safest either.
It's a rape whistle.
What the fuck? People put out flowers to show they support the Purge, others talk on the radio about what kind of crimes they're gonna do.
Pete from Northern Virginia, what's your Purge plan?
I'm gonna hunt down my boss. That son of a bitch has it coming.
Well, hopefully Pete from Northern Virginia's boss doesn't listen to the radio. Fucking idiot. And even guys in lab coats explain the totally believable way the Purge works.
We are inherently a violent species. Wars, genocide, murder. The denial of our true selves is the problem. The Purge not only contains societal violence to a single evening, but the countrywide catharsis creates psychological stability by letting us release the aggression we all have inside of us.
Oh, of course! Terrorists, drug dealers, embezzlers, people with aggressive mental disorders. All they needed to do was just let out a little aggression. It was so simple the whole time. Good lord, do you know how many crime shows would have ended differently if we knew about that from the beginning? Alright, Gus, if I'm going to cook for you, I need to know that you're going to kill everybody who will get in the way of distribution, especially yourself.
Before turning to such a violent route, have you ever considered hitting a pillow?
A pillow?
Yes. You'll find it strangely relaxing.
My god, you're right! My mental instability is suddenly leveling out! I don't even want to make meth anymore! Maybe I'll open that puppy farm.
I'm glad to hear it. Now, for God's sake, please put on a pair of pants.
Not until you promise me a cameo. It better call Saul. So James has a wife named Mary, played by Lena Headey, who spends most of her time fighting off jealous neighbors.
You know, not everyone had the year you did, Mary. You know, some people are actually saying this neighborhood paid for that new addition on your home. Are people really saying that? Relax, it's just good old neighborhood gossip. Nothing to worry about.
I might be passive-aggressive, but tonight I'll be aggressive-aggressive.
Ty!
Ooh, cookies. I hope you're hungry. Those cookies are crazy good.
They're lovely. Have a safe night, ladies.
Okay.
Bye.
Well, we established ourselves. Can't wait to show up, obviously, just for the climax. Woven like a quilt. But even before the purge, a little bit of creeping seems to be going around.
Christ. You scared me to death.
Yeah, you really got me there, movie. For a second I swore a tiny person was going to kill her. Good fake out. This device was made by their son Charlie, who seems to enjoy monitoring his heart rate.
Sorry, I forgot to take my vitals earlier. By the way, there's a slight deviation in my heart rate, but other than that, nothing to worry about.
It's never explained why, and never comes back into the movie later. It's just something he kinda likes to do. Quirks. Replacing character identity since the beginning of this movie. They also have a daughter named Zoe, who's moody because her dad does not approve of her 18-year-old boyfriend.
In English, I wrote a story about a man whose love is so powerful, cuts out his own heart.
You know, he should have cut off his own penis.
Zoe?
Eating dinner. No
Yeah,
penis.
come on, Zoe. Seriously, and Charlie, don't encourage him.
Kids, do I have to savagely mutilate you during the purge? I'm guessing this world just thinks we're all good parents for some reason, but I can totally do that.
Guys, look what time it is.
Well, it's later than I thought. All right, it's time for lockdown.
Wow, can't believe we almost missed that little detail. Oh, what? The purge is starting? Pfft, whatevs. It's not like we're missing an episode of Chasing Life. Hell, the movie starts by saying it's an hour until the purge begins. That means they have to drive home, talk to neighbors, start dinner, set the table, eat dinner, and prepare the security system during arguably the fastest sunset the town's ever known. Call me crazy, but I would leave so little time in between mental stability and when death becomes the new selfie. I mean, I know the rest of the world relies on the honor system by not committing crimes the rest of the year, but somebody could start early, catching you off your guard, and then leave the country while the cops are shut down. Or do they respect the purge too much to break the law?
This is not a test. Weapons of Class 4 and lower have been authorized for use during the purge. Police, fire, and emergency medical services will be unavailable until tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Blessed be our new founding fathers and America, a nation reborn.
The new founding fathers. I'm sure the speeches these new founding fathers gave fit in just as well as the other great leaders of the past.
The only thing we have to fear is fear itself.
Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country.
Just kill some people, right? Right? It's a good idea, right? And just like before, the film praises the effectiveness of the purge, but never addresses mental illness, territory disputes, drug possession, or anything that doesn't fall under mere pent-up rage. They just say, it works.
The eradication of the so-called non-contributing members of society.
This night saved our country.
Crime is down. The economy is flourishing.
Because it works.
The undeniable fact is, this is working.
That's right, the purge works. Just like how somebody can take $65 million and apparently make a film like Food Fight. Don't question how illogical it is, it just works. One of the other phrases they seem to repeat a lot in this movie is release the beast.
Release the beast.
Release the beast.
Release the beast, boys! Let the killing commence!
Quite a terrifying combination of words, right? Ooh, I think I saw that in a Jägermeister ad once.
Help me! Someone, please!
They see a homeless guy trying to hide from some violent kids by...
Does anybody hear me?
Screaming at the top of his lungs, that'll work, as the son decides to let him in. Yep, the little kid opens the door. It's not like the top seller of the security system would actually be around his security system. Buddy, all that high-tech gadgetry doesn't do much if you give in to its one simple design flaw.
The door must be closed!
To make things worse, Zoe's boyfriend snuck in before the lockdown and tells her that he wants to just talk to her dad about allowing him to date her.
Mr. Sandin.
James, he has a gun! Henry has a gun!
I still believe the purge works, honey!
Talk went well. Hit a few bumps, but I think we can get past that.
The boyfriend gets killed, but lo and behold, a group of young people approach the door who are chasing the homeless man down. Dick or treat. Now, to this movie's credit, just when you think it's taking itself too seriously, a saving grace simply known as Henry enters the film. And by God, he either takes absolutely none of this seriously, or every single molecule of breath he takes on the set seriously. Either way, he is by far the most entertaining part of the film. Just watch this goof.
We are some fine, young, very educated guys and gals, ready to violate, annihilate, and cleanse our souls.
He's got more ham than a Dr. Seuss book.
Mr. and Mrs. The man you're sheltering is nothing but a dirty homeless pig. A grotesque menace to our just society who had the audacity to fight back. Please just let us purge.
He's not gonna release the beast, he's gonna release the squee!
If you don't deliver him by the aforementioned time, we'll release the beast on him. And on you.
I just farted and it's gonna smell really bad!
We can enter any home we want. And we will want. As wanting is our will on this fine night.
What the hell does that mean?
You have until our provisions arrive, provisions which will help us break into your elegant home. Toodaloo, Sandins.
Well, now we know what Macaulay Culkin does to every family who watches Richie Rich. So the kids give them an hour before they try breaking in to have them hand the man over. This results in the suspenseful part of the movie, where they go through the house with the power cut by the masked kids, which would make it hard to find the guy, wouldn't it? They're obviously not gonna call the cops. And I'm not kidding, the search goes on for 15 minutes. 15 minutes of them just searching through the dark and us practically looking at nothing. I don't even know who I'm supposed to be scared for. The family, of course, are the main characters, and they're chasing an injured man crying for help. Where the hell am I supposed to be afraid? All the while, the children of the corny are taunting them, I guess, by doing non-scary things that are supposed to be scary because they have masks on. Well, we've tried skipping and we've tried prancing. Best continue to do a full-on do-si-do.
Dear Mr. Sandin, meet me by your front door. I just need a moment, good sir.
But thankfully, in the middle of their searching, we get yet another scene from dear young Henry.
Tell me, why haven't you delivered the filthy swine to me yet? Are you protecting him? I surely hope not, Mr. Sandin.
No, of course not.
I'm sorry. I'm really trying. I'm trying so hard to be scared by this kid. But he's just so fucking hilarious. He's just projecting so much that he wants to be scary that it's actually kind of adorable. I just want to pinch his little supposed to be frightening cheeks.
Give us the homeless pig, you fuck!
Sorry about that. I don't condone that kind of behavior. Send out he or that will be thee.
Yeah, come on. You can trust a face like that on a night where all crime is supposed to be legal? How can this go awry?
I'll go get him.
You should do that.
Why are they even blowing all their time on this one damn house? They have one night of the year to do whatever the hell they want, and yet they spend it like 5th graders who just found out they have cameras on their phones. What person would spend so much time to get into a person's house for such a weak reason?
Critic, you might want to take a look at this.
Film brain?
Hello, Mr. Critic. I heard you were reviewing The Purge.
Yeah, what about it?
You are aware that I reviewed the film on my projector series, and I was rather surprised that you didn't ask me to do a crossover with you.
I just did a crossover film brain. If I did another one, it'd be too repetitive.
Mr. Critic, the film you're watching is a dirty, brainless pile. A film that has the audacity to exist in our cultured, film-going society. And it deserves to be eradicated. Brutally, painfully, cripplingly.
Gee, she's really wanted to review this with me.
This is what happens when you try to split up Pinky and the Brain.
Will you shut up?
Mr. Critic, I just want to splurge as I am so entitled. Oh, please let me splurge.
Film brain, I'm sorry, I can't do 2 in a row. Maybe another review in the future?
Oh, I understand, of course, but the 10 tons of dynamite I laid around your office does not.
I thought this place smelled dynamite-y.
Film brain, what the hell?
That's right, I'm bonkers now. And if you don't do a crossover with me, I'm gonna detonate your asses sky high with my mobile phone.
Your cell phone's the detonator?
Oh yeah, there's an app for that now. And I must be allowed to comment on this film's cheesiness. Just allow me to unleash the cheese.
All right, film brain. Just give me time to write something up.
How long, Mr. Critic?
Commercial break, maybe?
Very well, but do not disappoint me.
Anything else?
No, I'm just allowing my scary performance to sink in.
Fine.
Toodaloo, Critic.
You have to do a crossover.
I can't, it'd be too redundant.
You'd risk your own life for that?
Trust me, I have an issue about being redundant.
Timing! What are we gonna do then?
Is he doing anything?
Not really. He's kind of skipping and prancing about.
I think he's too distracted about how evil he's trying to be.
Good. I'm gonna keep reviewing while you guys think of a plan.
Right. First, we don't tell him about the splitting up of Pinky and the Brain.
They're not splitting up! They do eventually catch the guy, but something convinces them not to hand him over. And I use the word something because I literally have no idea what it is that convinces them not to do it. The daughter says nothing will be the same. Hell, even the guy offers to hand himself over to end all the trouble.
Save your children. Take me outside.
And yet for some reason, they decide to renege. I'm not saying that what they're doing isn't the right thing. I'm just saying their explanation of how they came to that conclusion is about as solid as...
Because it works.
Logic, blah, it just works. The teens are done waiting and decide it's time to start breaking in.
You failed to deliver the homeless swine! That piece of filth that you are protecting exists only to serve our need to purge! So I bid thee farewell, sweet Sandys.
Can we just give this guy his own reality show? Like, survive a conversation without squirting milk through your nose? Or no, a Saturday morning show. A Saturday morning show where Henry reads to children. Please, God, somebody make that happen.
Coming to ABC Family, Reading with Henry.
Hello, children. Let's look at baby's first mythos. C is for Cthulhu, who sits in his palace in Ryla. one sight of whom would leave most of us gibbering, drooling, and screaming. Just let us purge.
Coming this fall to ABC Family.
So they break down the high-tech security system, which was amazingly easy to do. How the fuck do these guys stay in business? And the teens come in for the search. It's scary because they're taking something dark and evil and making it innocent and fun. We had to run that in slow-mo just to make sure it wasn't too subtle. But just to make sure it isn't, let's play this over it too.
Cooper, come look at little lady Sandy.
Cooper, did you check under the bed? That would be the most obvious hiding spot.
Nah, I gotta find more security cameras to skip in front of.
Yeah, even though the Purge has been going on for several years apparently, nobody ever thought to maybe put on body armor during it. But hey, what's the point? The Purge just works.
Yay, I suck!
That's so they don't come back as zombies.
But just when he thinks he's gotten out okay. Oh, Henry. Okay, this character hasn't let me down yet. Let's see how many traditional movie psychopath cliches we can fit into 30 seconds. Can we have the comforting killer? The whimpering lip over the beauty of his actions? How about the thankful gratitude for giving him such an experience?
Thank you for this unforgettable purge, Mr. Sandy.
There better be a loving kiss in there. And top it all off with the straining of his suit and hair, proving his look is far more important than the life of another. That's 5! 5 psychotic movie cliches in under 30 seconds! Oh my god, Henry, never ever die! No! He killed the only enjoyable character in the film. He was filled with more ham than Ponyo. Great, now who's gonna drill our incredibly forced message into the ground? Oh, great, the characters who only existed so you would know who they are in the climax. Again, like a quilt.
The truth is, you're ours, not theirs. James is dead. Mary and the kids will have to do. Let's tie them up. We'll kill them right here. No. When your barricades came down, we saw an opportunity to cleanse ourselves of our hatred.
Yep, because that's how killers talk, everybody. I'm sorry I gotta kill you, but the cleansing of my mortal coil has to be addressed if I'm to be ethically absolved.
What?
You made so much money off of us, and then you just stuck it in our faces. You all think you're so damn perfect.
That and your cookies are awful. Now we're going to kill you and both of your daughters.
Blessed be the new founding fathers for letting us purge and cleanse ourselves.
So this world is like BioShock Infinite? Except with none of the cool stuff and double the hypocrisy? But the homeless man comes in to save the day.
Your call.
Just get it over with. Kill us quickly. Oh, for God's sake, just do it. Come on.
The movie's almost over and Henry was the only entertaining thing anyway.
We are gonna play the rest of this night out in motherfucking peace.
So as you heard, she forces everybody to sit politely until the purge is over.
Bitch! A Lannister always pays her debts!
Did you hear what I said? No more killing tonight! Now get the hell out of my house.
See you at the neighborhood barbecue! Thus, they all go home and life goes on as normal?
Just after 7 a.m., March 22nd, the annual Purge has just concluded.
The new founding fathers have released an early statement saying this was the most successful purge yet.
But wait a minute! It wasn't successful! Was it? Chinese! Shut the fuck up! This is one of the most pretentious ideas I've ever seen in my entire life. I mean, who would actually be inspired by such a ludicrous idea?
Critic, Film Brain says he's done scarily frolicking.
Time's up, Mr. Critic. Where's my review?
Well, I kinda just finished it up, Film Brain.
What? You failed!
No. I just want you to finish it off with the closing thoughts.
Really? What would you have me say?
Well, the point of this movie is to prove one thing, that the Purge is bad. Well, since we already know that, and not in a million years will we ever let something like this happen, it's a pretty fucking pointless message. Maybe if it was a dark comedy, an exploitation film, or balls-to-the-wall satire, but it explains nothing about how this idea could work except that it works. Most of it is just showing people sneaking around a house like it's trying to be a gritty real-life situation, but since we know the logic is bullshit, there's no way to identify with it. The only bit of fun is that Henry character. He at least does something totally batshit crazy and memorable. But for everything else, it's just a pretentious wannabe protest film that has nothing to protest. It's like that kid who wants attention in your writing class, so he writes what he thinks is groundbreaking commentary when really it's just someone complaining about how there's nothing to complain about. It's a stupid, ridiculous mess.
Well, yeah, I can say that and... Wait a minute, you already said that!
Oh yeah, oops.
So I bid thee farewell, critic. Unleash the cheese! No! Oh, bloody hell, come on! Yes, I am going to file a complaint later. Alright, fine. Okay, let's do this. Let's kick the door down.
I'm starting to wonder why we were ever afraid of this guy.
Look, Film Brain, this is already in my top 10 most awkward life moments. What do you say we just call it quits for the night, huh?
Oh, hey, look! The safety was on! From hell's heart, I push a button and I blow thee up!
At least Pinky and the Brain are still together.
Pinky and the Brain are not splitting up!
Pinky and the Brain are splitting up?
Yeah. Pretty devastating news, huh?
Oh my god, I love Pinky and the Brain!
Yes, we're all traumatized by it. So much so that I bet you just want to go home, lie in bed, and gorge on Turkish delight, don't you?
Yeah. I think I'll do that. Why is it celebrity couples never stay together?
We have got to stop that crazy crumpet from ever coming back here.
But how? Once he figures out the truth, he'll just come back to finish what he started.
Tamara, are you familiar with the phrase self-fulfilling prophecy?
Pinky, are you pondering what I'm pondering?
I think so, Brain, but how can you have a duck dynasty if none of the people are ducks?
God damn it, Pinky. Can't you get at least one fucking thing right? No, cut the music. Cut the music. I have put up with this bullshit for too long.
Bullshit?
You are the syphilis to everything I've worked so hard for, you miserable, poisonous sack of disease.
But, Brain...
Shut it, bitch. I could have had the world years ago if you didn't keep fucking it up.
Oh, dear.
Do me a favor and just die. Just die for the sake of all humanity.
Brain!
Oh, yes, that's right. Cry. Oh, that's all you're good for, isn't it, you little shit? Wait a second, Robbo.
What?
Are you sure this is for a kid show?
Just say it. People have wanted to hear this for years.
Oh, really?
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
You are pestilence. That's right. You're the pestilence of life. I don't usually believe in homicide. But if I could go back in time to the moment of your conception...
Who knew?
Because it works.